Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, fabulous first grade. Welcome back to our PBS classroom. I'm Mrs. Hammock, and I'm here to help you practice and learn all the skills you need to be excellent readers and writers. And this week, we are focused all about writing. So I'm so glad you're here, and I hope that you're writing with me as we go through some of these lessons. I was reading the sequel to the story I read yesterday. Do you remember I read Dragons Love Tacos? Well, here is the sequel, Dragons Love Tacos 2. The sequel by Adam Rubin and Daniel Salmieri. In this story, there is something very bad that happens for the dinosaurs, or the dragons. They have no more tacos. The world is in shock. Emergency supplies are depleted. They're crying, they're sad. If you want to know how they resolve this problem, you better check this one out. Look at your county public library or your SORA or at your school library. Thanks again, Miss Parker, for sharing some amazing stories with the boys and girls here on PBS. I appreciate you so much. All right, my friends, it is time for us to talk about writing. You need to write me a letter. That would be a great way to show me you're practicing writing. And if you send me a letter right here at PBS, I will send to you one of our fun, free activity books. They are amazing. Look, look at that. There's even stickers inside of them. There's mazes and all kinds of fun things to do. I think you'll like it. I know that I love mine. So write me a letter so that I can get one of these in the mail to you. You can send me a letter in the mail. You can send me an email. Just make sure that you give me your address so I know where to send it. Okay? Awesome. All right, friends, we are not talking about SORA today because we don't have anybody on our list. I want you to be on our list next week. Okay? You know how to do that? Check out books and read them. That's right, that's it. And tell a friend or two so you have lots of people from your school reading on the SORA app. Okay? Terrific. I know you can do it. All right, let's get to work. We are talking about grammar and mechanics, capitalization and ending marks. For our grammar, we were talking about adjectives yesterday. Do you remember? They tell us all about nouns. They tell us what they look like, what they sound like, what they feel like, what color they are, what number they are. And today we're going to talk about adjectives that compare. So remember a couple weeks ago we talked about the ER ending and the EST ending, and we're going to talk about that today in relationship to adjectives that compare. So let me get my reading finger and let's take a look at our practice today. Adjectives that compare. Add ER to an adjective to compare two people, places, or things. Add EST to an adjective to compare three or more people, places, and things. Hey, that's just like the rules that we had when we were talking about verbs. We add ER if it's two or more. If it's two, and we add EST if it's three or more. So let's see if we can see what that looks like, and we'll do a couple practices together. It says, write the adjective that completes the sentence. Harry is the swimmer on the team. Harry is the fast swimmer on the team, the faster swimmer, or the fastest. Okay, so here's Harry and the team. Is that two people or three or more? Right, the team is more than three, right? So we're going to say fastest. Harry is the fastest swimmer on the team. All right, let's try this one. Ron's kite is highest than mine, higher than mine, high than mine. Okay, it's Ron and me, so that's 2, so it's going to be higher. Ron's kite is higher than mine. January is the cold month of all, colder month of all, or coldest month of all. So January is a month, and we're talking about all of the months, and there's 12 of them, so that's definitely more than 2. So we're going to say January is the coldest. It's the coldest month of all. Great job. All right, now we're going to circle adjectives in the sentence. Now don't be tricked. Some of our other sentences have only had one adjective, but these sentences have more than one, so be looking. The funny kitten chases the pink ball of yarn. All right, so here we have a kitten, and what tells us about the kitten? What kind of kitten is it? Right, it's a funny kitten. All right, here we have yarn. What kind of yarn? Right, it's a pink, and its shape is a ball, a pink ball of yarn. Look at that, that sentence has 3 adjectives. Let's read the next one. The big bowl is filled with juicy purple plums. All right, so here we have a bowl. What kind of bowl is it? Right, it's a big bowl, and it's filled with what kind of plums? Juicy purple plums. Great job. All right, let's scoot down here to our proper nouns. It says days, months, and holidays are proper nouns. All proper nouns begin with capital letters. All right, correct the capitalization in each sentence. All right, spring starts in March and ends in June. All right, first of all, do you see that this does not start with an uppercase letter? And it needs to. Spring starts in March. That is, what is it? Right, it's a month. So we need to underline it because March should start with an uppercase letter. Spring starts with uppercase, March starts with uppercase. Spring starts in March and ends in June. Oh, look, there's another month. That is a proper noun. It needs to have an uppercase letter. It's the name of a specific month. All right, let's try the next one. Graham visited on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hey, look, we're off to a good start. This one starts with a capital. All right, let's see if there are any proper nouns in our sentence. We're looking for days, months, and holidays. Graham visited on, oh, here it is, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those are proper nouns. They need to start with an uppercase letter, even though they're not at the beginning of the sentence. And let's do the last one together. In May, we celebrate Memorial Day. All right, look, oh, good. All right, so we got a capital letter at the beginning of the sentence. What about May? It's a month, right? It needs an uppercase letter. In May, we celebrate Memorial Day is a holiday. Great job. All right, it's time for us to work on our opinion writing. Remember, we're answering the question, do you think yurts make a good home? We started our opinion with how I feel. In my opinion, a yurt makes a good home, and then we needed a reason. And we looked back to our informational text to find something that I thought was a good reason. It can be taken apart and moved. I think that's a great reason that a yurt would be a good home. But let's see, oh, whoops. Let's see if we can find another reason. So I brought another page of our story for us to look at, and we're going to see if we can find another reason that a yurt makes a good home. Yurts are still used in Asia as shelter. They are warm in winter and cool in summer. These yurts are easy to take apart and move. They can balance on a camel's back. The camel takes a yurt to the next place. Okay, so I'm going to think, okay, what in that part of the story do I feel like makes the yurt a good home? Well, I know it's really cold in the winter here, and I like when my home is warm, don't you? Oh, and it gets really hot in the summer here too, doesn't it? Isn't it nice when your house is cool? Right, so I think we found our reason. Did you see it? Right, here it is. They stay warm in winter and cool in the summer. That's a great idea for a home. I want my home warm in the winter and cool in the summer, don't you? All right, so now we're going to take that information. We can't just copy that sentence. No, no, no. These words belong to someone else. But we're going to take that idea and make it into a sentence of our own. They are warm in winter, let's set it here, and cool in the summer. All right, so let's think. How could we say that? Let's say yurts, that way we remind people what we're talking about. Yurts are cool in the hot summer and warm in the cold winters. Period. Did you see how I used adjectives? We have what kind of summer? A hot summer. What kind of winter? A cold winter. And then we used the word cool and warm to describe yurts. Do you see how we make all those pieces fit together? We practice our grammar because it helps us when we write. And did you notice I started with an uppercase letter and a period at the end? Right, because we're working on uppercase and capital letters at the beginnings of sentences and proper nouns. So all of the pieces in reading work together to make you an excellent reader, and we take those pieces and we make them work together so that we can become excellent writers. You are getting really good at this. I'm so glad you're here, and come back tomorrow. We're going to think of one more reason that a yurt makes a good home. And I can't wait to see you. Sing with me. Goodbye now, the clock says we're done. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. Come back and help me write some more tomorrow, and go out and check out a good book. Read something really good, and then write to me and tell me about it. Bye-bye.
Morning to a brand new day, time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun, learning is good for everyone.